Hello. Hopefully everyone can hear me now. I'm just going to start my timer really quickly and then we can just jump right into it. Okay. Hi guys. My name is Sierra and thank you to anyone watching this debate. This is my first negative constructive on the energy topic. In this video, I'm going to be responding to my opponent who brought up a proposition to build an energy border wall to not only help create hopefully less pollution, but also to help slow the amount of incoming immigrants crossing into the United States illegally. So, first off, I want to start by refuting some of the arguments that she made in her case, and then to speak a little more on my case to hopefully show you why my energy plan is the best option. So, first, one of her points that she made in her argument for an energy border wall was exactly how they were going to pay for this plan. So she stated that this plan would be paid for based on government taxes for funding as people contribute to this new creation, in her words. With this comes the idea of enforcement. She states that the government would enforce the citizens by paying their bills on time. So they would make sure that they paid their bills on time, and the monthly or yearly tax would be what would pay for this energy border wall. So basically, the citizens of the United States would be paying for this out of their pockets. Now, secondly, she states that this would take a couple years to come up with the money to build this energy border wall, but never specifically stated an exact amount or even a general amount that this massive feat would cost. So I feel like that is quite a big discrepancy in her argument. How do you know how many years it's going to take if you don't know how much money it might be? Another point which she stressed quite often in her side of the debate was droughts. Funny enough, when I think of an energy border wall, immediately droughts don't come to mind for me. But she stated that by building this energy border wall, it would contribute to saving water all along the border, but never stated exactly how this energy border wall was going to save the water needed to stop any droughts from continuing to happen. That entire point just confused me. In my opinion, if you're going to state that an energy border wall along the border of Mexico and the United States is going to heavily stop any droughts from happening, I would need an explanation on how exactly an energy border wall is going to contribute to saving water. Another point, she goes on to talk about how it is hard for families to supply for each other nowadays because immigrants are crossing the border, therefore taking whatever resources that we have as U.S. citizens to provide for our families. She also states that because this wall will be a couple miles long, in her words, it should help prevent this from happening. So I want to say, how is this plan any different than any border patrol that we have currently? It's not stated exactly how an energy border wall in general will slow down the spread of illegal immigrants coming into the United States. Now, she never stated this explicitly in her plan, but upon research, this plan is supposed to be a joint effort between Mexico and the United States. Now, what she didn't state in her argument was exactly how it would be a joint effort. There was no mention of an accord being drawn up. There was no mention of exactly how Mexico and the United States would be joining together to make this happen. There is no statement about splitting border patrol. Is it the citizens? Are they going to be jobs? Are you going to split it 50-50 between Mexico and the United States? Or are they citizens going to be working side by side together? And in my opinion, that's a huge discrepancy. Therefore, because she did not explicitly state, or even generally state, how the United States would work together with Mexico to make this happen, I think that that should be struck from her argument, because this plan would not work without the cooperation of Mexico. So now I really want to get into a few reasons why my energy plan, which is the geothermal energy plan, is the better option. The first reason I want to go over is that to make this plan work, it is not critical that it needs to be a joint effort. This is particularly the Yellowstone part of this plan is in the United States only, manned by U.S. citizens, and this particular plan would create jobs for U.S. citizens to work and man the plants. And in my opinion, why put the stress of any political disagreements through at any plan when you don't need to? When this could be just based on US and US citizens to make US better, and not only US but the world, hopefully. Another reason I really want to go over is that this plan is based solely on reusable energy, and it's not trying to achieve a massive feat of promising to decrease the level of border crossings while also helping create an energy source. This to me means that all the focus can rightfully be on creating a clean, reusable energy source that doesn't contribute to global warming or pollution like so many others. In short, using geothermal energy in the United States, this plan not only will create a better world, and it has the most clean energy, most reusable source of energy, but you don't have to worry about any political alliances or disagreements coming into play and potentially creating a bigger problem than we had when we started. In short, geothermal energy is the best plan. Thank you so much for listening.